Hi everyone, welcome back to Datacake. Today we're going to be taking a closer look at the Heatmap widget in Datacake. So the Heatmap widget is a really great way to visualize data over time, spot trends really quickly, and compare values just at a glance, especially when you're working with a lot of data at a time. So to get started, we're going to open up a workspace, go into our devices, and select a device that we'd like to apply the heat map to. We're going to enable the edit mode so we can add a new widget and find our heat map. With the heat map, as all of our other widgets, you can select a title and any other translations you'd wish to apply. Under our data tab, this is where we're going to select the fields coming from your device to express on the heat map. So for the sake of this tutorial, we're going to select temperature. Now, for the values, you can either look at the absolute value, which is just the measurement that's reported within the time frame, or you can look at the change, which is the difference in value that's reported within the time frame you select. So we're going to have a look at our absolute temperature value, and we will also select a field to look at the change of our temperature value. We can give these titles, so we'll give this one temperature absolute and temperature change. You can also select a unit for these if you would like. So we can do degrees Celsius, and then we can move on to selecting our time frame. For the time frame, you can choose to adjust this to be daily or hourly, and you can also select exactly which time zone you would like this to be in. And the last tab is the appearance tab. So under the appearance tab, we can either choose to have small cell sizes or normal cell sizes based off of how many cells you would like to represent. If you're looking at having a larger count of cells to display, you're probably going to want to have your cell sizes a little bit smaller. Now, for the sake of this video, we'll stick with 7 cells and keep them in a normal cell size so we can observe what's inside of them. The values can be bolded in order to make them a little bit more clear, and we can also select only the weekdays being visible instead of weekends. Under the values portion of our appearance tab, we can now assign color gradients to these cells. So in our case, we will say that 18 degrees is considered cold, and this can be assigned blue to represent that. 20 degrees is considered mild, and we can assign green to represent that, and 22 can be considered warm with red to represent that. Now, as you can see here, our cells have changed color, and because we have use color gradient enabled, it's going to blend those colors together to give us a little bit of a visual aid as to what they represent. If you don't want the blending of the colors to appear, you can deselect it, and this way it shows exactly which color you assign it. Now we can save the Heatmap widget and view it on our device dashboard. Now we are also able to utilize Heatmap widgets in our global dashboards. So we're just going to navigate to one of our dashboards where I've assigned a tab for the purpose of this tutorial. Same thing as a device dashboard. We're going to enable edit mode and add a widget. Find our heat map and essentially go through the same process. The only difference here is that when you are adding data now, you can select various devices. Now, the heat map widget in a global dashboard functions almost the same as the heat map in a device dashboard, except under data, you can now select multiple different devices that are represented in the cell count. One of the more recent improvements that we've had on this actually is that the row titles used to be automatically populated with the field name. Now we have them populated with the device name as to not cause any confusion. So for our global dashboard, we'll do the same thing as last time. We'll select our temperature value for our carbon dioxide entrance monitor, and we'll also just have a look at the humidity. So to display our heat map on the global dashboard, we're just going to assign a couple of different devices that are located in different places around our workspace. So we have a carbon dioxide entrance monitor, dioxide monitor in the middle of the room, and a carbon dioxide monitor in the large room. And we're just going to make sure that temperature is assigned for all of these. although you can choose whatever field that device reports to reflect. As is in the device dashboard, we are going to select if it's going to be reporting daily or hourly, and we're going to assign it a time zone, which we'll just keep at UTC. Finally, we'll go to the Appearance tab, and I prefer the values bolded so I can see them very clearly, and we'll increase this to 14 days. For our values, we'll assign 16 degrees as our cold value, with blue to denominate that. 18 degrees is our middle ground temperature, and then 20 degrees to be considered warm. So now that we've assigned the color thresholds and we've saved the heat map widget, we can now view the 3 different devices that we selected. So it makes it very, very easy to spot patterns and anomalies a lot faster than if you're just looking at these as a list. And that is how you apply a heat map widget to both a device dashboard as well as a global dashboard. And that's it for this heat map widget tutorial. So if you're working with any time-based data or multiple devices, this widget is a very powerful way to turn raw data into very clear insights. If you are working with this and you have any questions or improvements that you'd like for us to make, just drop a comment in the bottom and we will definitely have a look at it. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next Datacake tutorial.